Well, gentlemen, I once again find myself several episodes behind. I mean, I never stop being several episodes behind. I'm just several more episodes behind than I was last time I did one of these. So, that was just one of several disclaimers. The next disclaimer we have to mention is the fact that I am doing the episode for, clearly, Halo 4, but at the point of recording, I already finished Infinite. I actually just finished it today. I'm going to try to knock out the entire Reclaimer saga up to this point in the next couple of days. Again, don't take my word on it. I never hold true to my word. But let's just pretend that I don't know everything that comes after this. We're not going to pretend that. I'm going to go as if, yeah, you know what? This is ridiculous. Let's just get to the point. The point is, I went into pretty much the entire 343 era of Halo expecting it to be pretty bad, and because of what I've read online, of course, because the internet is not kind. But honestly, I was pleasantly surprised with 4. I enjoyed it. I liked how they finally started to expand more on some Forerunner lore, and I like how character-centric it was, with Chief and Cortana getting a lot more character development than they did in the original trilogy, of course. And Cortana fucking died, so that happened. And the gameplay was still pretty fun. So, the 343 era, in my opinion, of Halo did start pretty strong. It only went downhill from there, but we don't need to get into how it all went to shit afterwards. So, I don't feel like the one big issue, well, two big issues I have with this is, for one, I don't really think that this game worked as the start of a new trilogy. It felt more like an epilogue for the original trilogy. Like, it felt like a good ending, but not a good starting point, and, well, it showed going forward. Like, this was meant to be the start of a new era for Halo, but it felt like an ending. Felt like we were finally getting a resolution to the stories of Chief and Cortana. When, Cortana fucking died. We all know that doesn't last very long, but that's besides the point. The point is that it did happen. And, again, I thought it was executed really well. I think this is probably the best portrayal of both Chief and Cortana, though Infinite did pretty decent with Chief's characterization as well. And the other big letdown, the Didact. The worst part is, one, his character design was fucking dope, and two, he was really interesting and promising idea with dog shit execution. The idea of this disgraced Forerunner warlord being put into 100,000-year cryosleep and being awakened to it to exact revenge on those who have wronged him was an interesting idea. Only problem, he was on screen for a total of 5 minutes, and they explained his backstory. We didn't even learn his backstory from flashbacks from him. We had the robot ghost spirit of his ex-wife tell Chief his backstory. That was so stupid how they revealed his backstory. It was pathetic how they did it. And then they finished him by Cortana went batshit insane. She went, I think, was rampant? Rampant was the term they used. Yeah, rampancy. She was going rampant. She started using the art of shadow clone jutsu to try and hold Didact down while Chief strapped a nuke to him. And then we got that last little thing where she's like, you can't save me this time, and you've got to move on anyway. Again, that all went to shit pretty quickly. Let's move on to gameplay mechanics. The gameplay was very similar to traditional Halo, but now we had... I feel like there was something new in it, but I can't remember what. I mean, there were the Forerunner, Promethean weapons. Those I liked a lot in this game. I forget their names. There was the light rifle, which was probably... That was one of my two favorites. That, and I think it was the scattershot. Was that the repeater weapon? That was the scattershot, right? No, the scattershot was the Promethean shotgun. I like that too, but from what I've learned, I don't like shotguns much in these sorts of games because they run out of ammo really fast and don't have much ammo to begin with. Like, they have a max capacity of like 20 or something at most, depending on the type. Like, it was a great weapon, but ammo capacity was ass. So yeah, it wasn't the scatter shot, it was the... someone in the comments tell me what the repeater weapon was. So there was the repeater cannon thing that I don't remember the name of, the light rifle, which I really liked in this game. And then there was the binary rifle, I think was what the Promethean sniper was called. Never used that, but that's because I don't use snipers in, like, any game ever. That one was alright, too. Side note, although this is not entirely relevant, I'd like to say that while the light rifle was my favorite weapon in this game, 5 absolutely ruined it. Like, it was amazing until 5 made it trash. But you know what? That's not why we're here. Let's just get to a final verdict sort of thing. It wasn't a bad game. It was a pretty good game. I actually think it might be one of Halo's best. It just all went downhill from there. Main story-wise, at least. I haven't played Wars 2 yet, though I've heard good things about that. I will be doing the Wars duology after I've finished my reviews for the Reclaimer saga. I do plan to play both Wars, as I haven't started either of them yet, but I have them. So, yeah, I'll be back with those, but I've got tons of other stuff coming up too, and I'm not going to get too much into depth with those because then I'd be getting too far off topic, which I'm pretty sure, and by pretty sure, I mean I'm 110% certain I definitely already am. But that's just a staple of this series. At this point, who gives a shit, eh? Nobody gives a shit. I don't give a shit. You don't give a shit. We all don't give a shit. Therefore, I'm done here. Goodbye.